During times of war, the Department of Defense has much to deal with pertaining to national security and the military. In addition to paying for equipment and weapons, most recently the DoD is also grappling with the rising cost of health care for military personnel.
Healthcare is a priority benefit. It affects everyone who's currently serving, those that have served in the past, our wounded warriors that are returning from conflict in Afghanistan and Iraq, retirees, across the board, families and survivors. So it's a very, very important benefit.
As wounded warriors are discharged from active service, they are transferred to the Department of Veterans Affairs, or VA, for their health care needs. Both departments are looking to defer the cost of this care by initiating new fees or increasing existing ones for military retirees. Many of them were promised free health care for life in exchange for a career of military service.
In addition, it's a morale issue for those that are currently serving, that are looking towards retirement, and they realize that their costs are going to be significantly higher, or the potential is there. It also impacts the delivery of care for our wounded warriors that are returning from duty in Afghanistan and Iraq, many suffering from debilitating conditions, and providing care, expertise, and monitoring their conditions is very, very important going forward. This is all part of delivering the health care benefit for everyone that's currently serving and those that have served in the past.
Threats to military and veteran health care is nothing new, and the consequences can be severe. Unkept promises, reduced access to care, and reduced quality of care can lead experienced military personnel to choose civilian employment rather than remaining on active duty. In addition, it can greatly impact recruitment, especially among next-generation military families.
Recruiting is an ongoing process. It never ends. And having quality personnel serving in uniform to fulfill our missions is very, very important. And the benefit package is integral to that motivation and delivering on commitments that were made in return for service.
But there is an organization working to ensure that our country keeps its commitment to those who put their lives on the line to defend us. Fleet Reserve Association, FRA, is a congressionally chartered nonprofit organization that represents the interests of the sea service community before the U.S. Congress. The association's membership is comprised of current and former enlisted members of the U.S. Navy, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard.
The Fleet Reserve Association's mission is our legislative advocacy program, which is our principal program. There are many military and veterans organizations, but the advocacy work on compensation, health care, benefits, and quality of life program, those are unique to the FRA, and has been since the establishment of the association in the 1920s. We're very proud of our legislative achievements and the benefits that have emanated from those achievements that are benefiting everyone that's currently serving and those that have served in the past.
FRA continues to educate members of Congress, many of whom have little or no military experience, on the challenges facing career personnel. FRA presents a strong, unified voice to ensure that enlisted issues are heard by Congress and urges support for legislation to increase pay and benefits.
The most significant achievement recently with regard to healthcare is that we've been successful working with other organizations in the military coalition in holding the line on drastic fee hikes that the Department of Defense has proposed for military retirees. Beyond that, the department was also proposing drastic pharmacy fees and copays and various adjustments to impose cost shares on beneficiaries. So we've been very successful in that arena, and that is very, very important to all beneficiaries. In addition, we've been successful in urging increased funding under the Department of Veterans Affairs to provide care for our wounded warriors, to provide counseling and other services that are so important to provide and take care of those that have served our nation.
FRA is facing some critical military health care issues in its future.
The most critical issue going forward and at the current time is adequately funding the delivery of the health care benefit for all beneficiaries. It's also very important that the transition process be adequately funded for care provided for those that are transitioning from the Department of Defense to the Department of Veterans Affairs. This is a broad mandate and it's very important.
Because there is currently no law protecting military pay and benefits, FRA believes it is extremely important for military personnel to know what is happening on Capitol Hill.
It's very important that service members stay informed about what's going on legislatively, issues, programs, proposals that may impact their health care, benefits, quality of life programs. It's also essential that they participate in the process by voting regularly, communicating with their elected officials about concerns they have, their particular experiences, and so on. And finally, it's very, very important to be a member of an organization representing their interests, like the FRA.
While the men and women in the Navy, Coast Guard, and Marine Corps are serving tirelessly, FRA is working diligently back home to ensure that the rights of the members of the sea services are protected and their voices heard. For more information, contact FRA today or visit fra.org.